I am State Representative Eric Rowe, broadcasting here from the Pennsylvania Farm Show, the 102nd Pennsylvania Farm Show. I'm here with Joe Caldwell. He's the president of Giorgi Mushrooms. Joe, thanks for being here with me.
Thanks, Eric. Glad to be here.
So, as many of you know, we grow mushrooms in the 158th district. It's our largest cash crop, and it's the largest cash crop in all of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And I'm glad to have Joe here with me. Joe, I've just got a few basic questions for you. Tell me a little bit about the mushroom industry, more broadly speaking.
The mushroom industry was started in eastern Pennsylvania more than 100 years ago. And through all these years and all these decades, it still remains a family business with dozens of family mushroom farms around Pennsylvania supplying mushrooms to the U.S.
So how big is this industry?
There are just under a billion pounds of mushrooms grown every year in the United States. 2/3 of those, 65% of them, are grown in the state of Pennsylvania. So that's just over $1.1 billion of revenue.
Now, I'm sure it requires a lot of manpower, and I know a lot of people in my district either pick the mushrooms or work in some capacity around the mushroom industry. How many people does this employ?
9,500 people employed in the mushroom industry just in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
And Pennsylvania is the #1 mushroom grower in the country or the world?
In one growing area, it is definitely in the country, but likely the world.
Now, people think of mushrooms in so many different forms, right? You can just eat them by themselves, you can put them in something. What are kind of the latest ways that people are consuming mushrooms?
Well, everybody has a recipe or two that they love to eat mushrooms in, whether it's on pizzas or in spaghetti sauce or in omelets, but now more and more people are finding new ways of eating mushrooms, and the latest craze is the blend. So blending mushrooms with ground meat, ground beef, pork, turkey, chicken, to make that meat product just a little more flavorful, a little more moist, and also much more healthy because it reduces the calories and fat that's in the meat product.
Now, I also know that a lot of the mushroom growing farms, the mushroom farmers, have had these farms in their families for decades and decades, many generations. That's correct?
Giorgi Mushroom Company is third generation grower. Many growers in the Pennsylvania area are fifth and sixth generation.
What I often think of when I think of the mushroom industry is how it really represents the American dream through and through. How you had immigrants coming over from other countries and then starting a mushroom farm and then passing it on to their families, and then they pass it on to their next generation. How have you seen that just in your time in the mushroom industry?
Well, I've been fortunate to know many families in the business and several generations within that family, and I know that there are young people already being started in the industry to carry that generational business on in the future.
Wonderful. Joe, thank you so much for being here with me at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Hey, great.